get cut off. Just put the cable in your other illegitimate kid's name and open a new account. But the bottom line is, if you can't pay your freaking bill, maybe you don't need cable. Trick, you done lost your mind, she screamed. I ain't even got no braids. You ain't got no cable either, until you pay your bill, I said, mocking her poor grammar. Aw, hell nah. She was full metal jacket crazy now. You must not know about me. I will come up there and, matter of fact, what is your name again? I'm on my way now. My name is Puddin'-Tang. Ask me again and I'll tell you the same. I pressed the end button and hung up the phone. Yes, she'd call back and ask to speak to a manager, but at this point, I didn't care. I put my phone on away and headed to the break room. I'd never in my 6 years at this company been so rude, but a person can only take so much. And I was about 6 blocks past all that I could stand. Hey girl, I said to my friend Angelique, as I walked into the large room where clear-cast employees escaped the madness. She was squeezed into one of the chairs at a table in the corner. What's going on? I asked, taking in all the people, laughing and mingling. It was only 11 a.m., so I was a little shocked at the number of people scattered around the room. There was cake and balloons like it was some type of celebration. Girl, Terrance and Sheray got married in Vegas this past Saturday. She finally got him to tie the knot. They just got back today after staying an extra 3 days for their honeymoon. Angelique shook her head. She's better than me, though. Ain't no way I'd be with a guy for 7 years before he decides to marry me. That's because your man would marry you yesterday if you just say the word. I laughed. Angelique dated a wonderful guy named Marcus, who loved every ounce of her full figure. But she always made excuses about needing to lose weight before she could even think about getting married. At that moment, Terrance came strolling over. Even though both he and Sheray worked at Clearcast, we were primarily friends with him. We'd all been in the same training class when we started and had remained good friends since then. With chiseled abs and smooth dark skin, Terrance was by far one of the best-looking guys working here, which is probably why Sheray transferred here from the downtown office last year. "What's up?" Terrance said. I looked at him, then down at his glass, which was filled with a liquid that looked a little too dark to be fruit punch. I leaned in and sniffed his glass. I coughed. "Dang, you spiking the punch this early?" He nodded, took a sip, then said, "Yep, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Plus, I'm still trying to get used to the fact that I'm married." He held his cup in the air. "And this helps me cope with my loss." Angelique and I both squinted with confusion. I was the one to speak. "I don't get it. What did you lose?" Terrance shook his head. "My freedom? I lost my right to date other women. You women just don't understand that marriage is like getting a life sentence. The same woman for the rest of your life." He took another long drink. "Sorry, that doesn't excite me." "But didn't you propose to her?" Angelique asked. "Only because she kept harassing me. Shoot, I stayed drunk the whole time in Vegas." "Okay, then. Why did you get married?" I asked. I could tell Terrance sensed my irritation, and Angelique snickered at my snappy tone. With all that I had endured in my personal life, I had no tolerance for a man who did not take marriage vows seriously. He looked at me sideways. "In an effort to step out of the hot seat, I'm going to go ahead and change the subject. How are you feeling?" he asked. "I heard you were sick the past few days." That's the lie, I told everyone. But really, I was just emotionally distraught because of Tony's abandonment. 9 years together, and last week, over dinner, he just blurted out that he no longer wanted our marriage to continue. He even admitted that he was seeing someone else, Vlanka, the perky kickboxing instructor. His words had stunned me to my core. I knew that things had been strained between us, but I'd never suspected an affair, let alone an affair that would cause him to want to leave his family. "Janine, you and I both know this isn't working," he told me. I'd stared at him like he had 2 heads. "I don't know anything, except my husband has been distant and acts like it disgusts him to touch me." I'd first noticed the widening distance between Tony and I about 6 months ago. We both worked crazy hours.